Great news for those of us who have been dying and waiting since 2012 to see Star Wars 13. Or potentially good news, at least it's not horrible news, which it has been. It seems like there is a chance for the game to exist after all. This is according to Kathleen Kennedy, who had some things to say about this. We don't want to throw any of that stuff away. It's gold, and it's something we're spending a lot of time looking at, pouring through, discussing, and we may very well develop those things further. We definitely want to. So these are the old Lucasfilm ideas, and also LucasArts, that were sort of either put on hiatus indefinitely or straight up thrown out when Disney acquired the Lucas properties.
Right.
So this also includes the Star Wars live action series that we had heard so much about in the past. You know, maybe it's about Boba Fett, maybe it's about these rebels, maybe it's about these scavengers. There were a lot of ideas thrown on the wall. So the idea of that happening could come back. Star Wars 1313 was a game that was shown off in 2012.
Oh, there we go.
I actually went to the presentation at E3. This is when people are starting to look at what next-gen gaming could be and got really excited. It was about the layers of Coruscant. So we have layers of scum and villainy and Mandos and maybe people who aren't even affiliated with anyone. Just the scum of the galaxies, just all located, and they get worse as we get lower in the levels. So it's dirty and it's gritty, and from what I saw was super fun. It didn't look like there were any Jedi. It was basically just this faction of people, which we haven't really explored before in a Star Wars game.
No, yeah.
And it was gross, but it was also beautiful in a way. So we have the possibility of this returning, but it looks like it, as you said, it's not going to be the same.
No, I think the idea of this gritty underground is something they will explore. I don't think they're keeping like assets from these games and are going to bring them back into the fold or anything like that. That's just not. It doesn't make sense fiscally for them to do that.
The art was beautiful.
Yeah.
If they didn't reuse that, that would be a real shame. That was a major part of the wanting to have it at all. But right now, EA does have all of the licensing rights to produce any Star Wars games at the moment. So if anyone were to resurrect Star Wars 1313, it would have to be them. And the game did have its own proprietary engine, which almost certainly would be thrown out in favor of EA's Frostbite. You may like that, you may not like that, but it's not what it once was, and it's not what I saw that day 3 years ago.
I think we'll get a way better idea about what direction they're going for these kind of third-person action games when the Visceral game comes out. So
yeah, I mean, with that theoretically, that would come out after the Visceral game.
Yes.
I don't know, which studio under EA would get the privilege to do this. I don't think it would be Visceral. It might be DICE. I don't know. I mean, Battlefront just came out. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Pretty. How about that? Audience, what do you think of Star Wars 1313 and the other discarded Lucas projects that were thrown out after the acquisition? Should they come back? Should they come back as something new? This sounds almost like a resurrecting a dead Frankenstein type. Anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Is that what you once loved? Is it? Let us know what you think below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.